One of the things I've been talking about for years on this channel is the anti-Christian bias in the media and in the arts. Now, it's very interesting to me because if you look at the best art over the last centuries, the art which endures in Western civilization, it's all Christian themed. It's all stuff that gives glory to God, whether it's being through books. I'd say like Mark Twain's Joan of Arc, even though I don't know if Mark Twain was really a Christian, he presented the Christian faith very well in the Joan of Arc book. Is a testament to that. Or the Sistine Chapel, if you've ever been there, guys. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about something that's inspired. If you are not a Christian, you might become one just from seeing the art that's created, because it gives honor to the ultimate creator, and it rings true on a level that like Hollywood movies these days definitely don't. But there is an anti-Christian bias in Hollywood, and it's being talked about now by an unlikely source, which is the not Ryan Johnson, Ryan Wilson, who plays Dwight Schrute on The Office, which is very interesting here. You'll see what his biases here are in a second, but he is speaking the truth on a basic level, which is being picked up. We'll talk about that now. All right, my name is John Delarose. I am a Christian author. Not all of my books have religious content. This is one that actually doesn't. But you know what? I try to give glory to God in all of my work, and I try to present a truth and uplifting fiction in everything I do, something very different than mainstream culture out there. So please check out the books. The Irishman War is best for people who love Star Wars, Star Trek, Babylon 5, stuff that was good back in the day that they're trying to corrupt with their anti-Christian values in Hollywood these days. So check it out. I've got Amazon links in the description below. I've got a newsletter. I've got Subscribestar. If you want to support quality content, I really appreciate you guys for being there. So thank you very much. Here's the story of the day. Office star Ryan Wilson says, I do think there is an anti-Christian bias in Hollywood, from John Trent at Bounding Into Comics, my favorite news source, not just because I work there. So here it is. I do think there's an anti-Christian bias in Hollywood. As soon as the David character in The Last of Us started reading from the Bible, I knew he was going to be a horrific villain. Could there be a Bible reading preacher on a show who's actually loving and kind? Well, the answer is no. Hollywood would never present a preacher or a priest or anybody like that, or a nun, in a positive light these days. They only present them in negative lights. It's been that way for a long, long time. And anybody who does otherwise, you get just torched and destroyed by Hollywood. If you're a Christian in Hollywood, you get torched and destroyed all over the media. I mean, Chris Pratt is one of the best examples out there. The guy's squeaky clean. They've been unable to cancel him. He's so popular because he's such a good guy. And this is exactly what Christians need to be. I mean, we do need to be a cut above and almost perfect in the way we live. Otherwise, we're just going to get absolutely obliterated, which is really sad. We do need to give grace to our brothers and sisters, especially when they stumble, because we want everybody to get back up again. But when somebody is squeaky clean like this, it does provide a good example to the rest of the world. They try over and over again to take Chris Pratt out, and they're never able to do so. Now, Wilson here, Mr. Dwight Schrute, has some bad takes in just a second, and we're going to get into that. But this message right here is 100% true, and it does need to be talked about and discussed so that we can change things in our culture. Now, here's his follow-up. So here it is. Here's the funny thing about anti-Christian bias in Hollywood. He says his opinion tweet was picked up as front-page news by Fox News. Yeah, there's a reason why. And before you get into your bias, because you have to virtue signal to your crowd, and this is the deal, guys. He has to virtue signal to the liberals in Hollywood. I don't like Fox News. I'm a liberal. Otherwise, he's going to get canceled and destroyed just for that Christian tweet. This is how it works. You have to do this. You have to sit here and tell the tribe you're 100% with them. Otherwise, they're going to come hard against you. Now, Fox News did nothing wrong in this. Fox News rarely does do anything wrong, but just presenting opinion like this video, he'd probably disavow me just for doing this, saying I'm an outrage merchant or something. But here it is, and he has to talk about the bias, and here's where the bias in Hollywood actually pushes even further. This is what he has to say. An organization created as a corporate shill to create division solely for profit, based on culture, war, outrage. Print that. Well, maybe they will, because, he's attacking them for no reason. They just picked up his tweet. His tweet was accurate. They made an accurate report about his tweet, as did Bounding Into Comics here. And that's really sad that they have to virtue signal on this level that I'm not one of them. And he goes further to make sure everybody in Hollywood knows. Also, I'm not even a Christian. Because if he came out otherwise, again, he'd be torched and destroyed. That is exactly what happens here. I don't know where he's at here, but look, His agent obviously clearly made him have to say all the buzzwords. It's true, the evangelical political coalition is doing a great deal of damage to our country, banning books. The only books that are banned are mine, dude. Banning freedom, yeah, right. And denying inconvenient science. Here it is, science, the real religion of Hollywood. Taking grotesque here it is, LGBTQ plus platform. Here we are. So he has to say all the words just to make sure that nobody's going to cancel him over his tweet defending Christians, because how dare you defend Christians in society today? This is exactly what happens all the time. Now, he does go a step further here, and this is what's not going to be picked up by the people who are going to golf clap for his buzzwords. Most Christians I know are kind, accepting, loving, and seeking to make the world a better place. So is the evangelical coalition, I got to tell you. If you want to be accepted, it's not going to be in Hollywood cultures, because if you have one disagreeing opinion in the woke diversity inclusivity crowd, you're going to get excluded. And they'll actually write in their exclusion, we're excluding you in the name of inclusivity. That doesn't really happen in these circles. Everybody I know is very chill on these ends. We have lots of differing opinions, lots of differing sort of perspectives over on the right, but you will not hear that from these circles. They should be honored in the media. I agree. We should be honored in the media. And I think Christ should be honored in the media, because all glory should be given to God always. I try to do that in my art always, and I hope everybody else does too, because that is the most important thing at the end of the day. Nothing else really matters other than saving souls. If you're interested, of course, and you are not a Christian, look, I'm not doing like an altar call kind of thing, but you're welcome to message me or anything like that anytime. I'm happy to answer questions. I'm happy to pray for you, anything that you want. I got you, brothers and sisters. We are in this together, and we're fighting against a great evil in Hollywood here. Hollywood, the government, more, the media. There's a lot of work to be done, my friends. And I'm glad, even though he had to virtue signal, that he pointed it out, because a lot of people are very afraid to do so. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.